All right, so what happens when a cutting-edge biological threat turns out to be an ancient curse? Today, we're diving into a story that smashes a Stanford lab right into a 6,000-year-old conspiracy, where a single genetic sequence could literally trigger the apocalypse. Let's get into it. And it all kicks off with this one. Chilling thought from our virologist, Maya Chen. See, she's in the lab late one night at Stanford, and she's staring at this viral structure on her screen that's just impossibly perfect. It has a symmetry that nature just doesn't do. It's a terrifying work of art, and it's the first huge red flag that this thing wasn't found, it was built. So what exactly is she looking at? Well, this is where things go from a simple scientific discovery to something else. They found a pathogen that doesn't just bend the rules of biology we know, it completely shatters them. The team's biowarfare expert, a guy named Dmitry, he immediately calls it the unholy trinity. And let's just break down what that actually means, because it's terrifying. First, it spreads like crazy, with the efficiency of the common cold. Second, it is unbelievably deadly. And third, and this is the real nightmare fuel, it has this stealth capability. It's totally invisible to our body's immune system. It's not just a bioweapon, it is the perfect bioweapon. So who's caught in the middle of all this? A team of 5 brilliant PhD candidates, specialists in everything from virology to history. One minute they think they're on the verge of a Nobel Prize, and the next they're realizing they're standing on the edge of an abyss, holding a secret that could literally end the world. But here's the thing. The real horror isn't what the virus is, it's where it came from. Because its origins, they're not in some modern biolab. No, they're hidden in the pages of ancient history, locked inside a code that's been waiting for thousands of years to be read. And then they see it, the number, 666, popping up again and again in their research. But this isn't just some spooky coincidence or symbolism. They find out it's literally encoded into the virus's genetic structure. It's a biological signature, a creator's terrifying calling card. And this, right here, is the moment where modern science just slams headfirst into ancient myth. The team's historian, Sarah, makes this unbelievable connection to the apocalyptic book of Enoch. It talks about these beings called the Watchers who came down from the heavens, and suddenly this ancient prophecy starts to read like a technical manual for the exact pathogen on their screens. The curse wasn't a story, it was a formula. So it all becomes chillingly clear. This virus, it's a legacy. It's like a biological time bomb left behind 6,000 years ago by these Watchers, designed to do something to humanity. And our team just armed it. So at this point, they're not scientists in a lab anymore. They're on a desperate quest, racing against time to find the source of this ancient threat. And that journey takes them to the very place where the old myths say these Watchers first touched down on Earth. Sarah, the historian, is following this ancient breadcrumb trail of faded maps and cryptic texts. It leads her alone to a remote cave on Mount Hermon. She is literally walking into the heart of a 6,000-year-old legend, just hoping to find a scientific answer before it's too late. But what she finds inside, well, it defies all comprehension. It's not some ancient ruin. It's a massive, modern, underground warehouse. An arsenal. We're talking thousands upon thousands of sleek, high-tech containers, each one holding a unique pathogen, and every single one is stamped with that 666 symbol. This isn't about just one virus anymore. This is a library of extinction. Okay, so this catastrophic discovery, it changes everything. It pushes the whole team towards a final showdown deep in the Jordanian desert. And it's there they find out this ancient evil has had modern human guardians this whole time. And this is where they come face to face with a guy behind the curtain, Alexander Petrov. He's the leader of this cult that has been protecting the Watchers' legacy for 60 centuries. His words are just bone-chilling. He confirms their worst fear. This was never an accident. It's an awakening. And he's been waiting his whole life to unleash this arsenal and complete what he calls the gathering. So, picture this. The team is trapped. Petrov's got them surrounded. And he tells them he needs one last piece to activate the entire arsenal, the master seed. And of course, it's the very sample that Maya has with her. In that single, hopeless moment, Maya makes a choice that seals her fate. And with everything on the line, those are her final words to her team. Run. Now. Just a simple command. Because she knows the only way out isn't to win the fight, but to make the ultimate sacrifice. She doesn't give Petrov the seed. No way. She sprints to the central activation chamber and inserts it herself. But she's not starting the gathering. She's triggering a catastrophic overload. The whole mountain starts to collapse in on itself, entombing the arsenal, Petrov's forces, and Maya herself, all to buy the world a little more time. But here's the thing. Her sacrifice, that wasn't the end of the story. Not even close. It was just the end of the beginning. Because for the survivors, containing an evil this old is not the same as defeating it. The real war was just getting started. So let's break down their new reality. The immediate apocalypse has been stopped, for now. But now they're fugitives. The enemy, these ancient beings now revealed as the corrupt ones, they know exactly who the team is, and they know what they did. And yeah, they are being hunted. And this is the twist that changes the entire game. In her final act, Maya's sacrifice didn't just destroy, it transformed. The master seed she used was fundamentally altered by the energy release. It is no longer a key for destruction. It has become the only known weapon that can be used against its creators. One of the team members, James Omondi, he sums up their new purpose perfectly. He says, "We thought we were stopping something. We were just delaying it, but delay is enough to face what's coming." They didn't win the war. They barely survived the first battle. But that delay, bought with Maya's life, gives them a fighting chance to understand the weapon they now hold. Which leaves us all with this one huge, terrifying question. The team saved the world from an enemy they could understand, a virus in a lab. But now they're up against an enemy that defies time, science, and history itself. So how in the world do you fight a war that started before human civilization as we know it even began?